We'll see. And now on the next topic here, it's, do the 49ers need their second round draft pick from this year, Aaron Banks, to win that right guard competition? Like, do you think that's something that needs to happen, Nate?
Uh, if it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. I think next year would be the problem. It would have to happen. But if it did happen with the Skule injury, it's a pretty big deal because it allows Brunskill to be the, I can play anywhere where anyone gets hurt type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sure that Brunskill makes the team. They have, the depth there for, a second line. But I think Brunskill, if Banks is better than Brunskill, I think Brunskill's good. Like, that's the thing, is a lot of people kind of hate on him and say he's not a great guard, but he's sure as hell better than Mike Person. And so if Brunskill gets beat out because Aaron Banks is just better, that's great for the 49ers because it means they drafted the right guy in the second round. And then it allows Brunskill to just kind of be moved everywhere for whoever gets injured. I don't think it's like a need. I think it's more like a hell. It'd be cool. But if it doesn't happen this year, it's not a big deal. If it doesn't happen next year, that's when we're probably having a problem because we had Brad Graham on our show, and he was saying, like, hell, they're probably not going to pay Laken Tomlinson. And so if, he doesn't beat out Brunskill and, Banks is not looking that great, well, he's going to be replacing Laken Tomlinson, who's been like this, rock in this offensive line. He's been consistent. Like, that's the thing, is it was him and Staley. They were really consistent. And then it was him and Trent. They're really consistent. And then, you didn't have a center last year, which made everything go to hell. And Mike McGlinchey was concrete feet, and he, didn't bulk up until now. So, like, that side's always been the anchor, the good part of the team. And so I think that Brunskill helped a lot last year, but he got basically immediately moved to center last year. And so that made it really hard. So, I mean, it doesn't have to happen this year. Happens this year, it'd be dope. But next year, it does have to happen. He does have to start next year.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and say the 49ers need Aaron Banks to win this competition. And the reason why I say that is, with Justin Skule down, you lose your swing tackle. Aaron Banks wins this competition, you pretty much gain a swing tackle back, or a utility man, as they call it in baseball, with Daniel Brunskill. We've seen Daniel Brunskill play left tackle. We've seen him play right tackle, and he's played them both at a high level when he was asked to do so. And while I like Daniel Brunskill, the person, the player, the 49ers clearly invested the future with Aaron Banks here. They need him to start, because then you look at who do they have at tackle, and that's a lot more thin than what they have on the interior, because they even have Jalen Moore that they selected, who could be a backup guard. Very athletic. He could get out there, in the zone blocking scheme. Excuse me there. I was going to say read option for whatever reason. In the zone blocking scheme, Jalen Moore could get out there. He has really good feet. It's a very, very athletic guard for being under 315 pounds. So, lose a tackle, you could potentially gain one back in Brunskill. You lose that potential of Brunskill being your utility man if Aaron Banks doesn't win the competition. If Aaron Banks doesn't win it, then the 49ers are basically lost without that tackle. Like it makes the Justin Skule injury a lot more severe than what it is initially. So that's why they need this guy to, just to go ball out and do his thing. And I think he's set up for success. Although he is a much larger guard than what we're used to in the Shanahan offense, that could work out very well, because that means this guy should be a hell of a lot better pass blocker than what we've seen from a Mike Person in the past. So, yeah, they need him. They very, very much need him to win that competition, because if you're able to have Daniel Brunskill as a Swiss Army knife, that's an asset. That's a huge get. You don't get that Swiss Army knife if Aaron Banks can't beat him out at right guard.